All righty. Late night Tuesday night. It is 10 p.m. Central Time if you're watching this live all over the world. No telling what time zone you're in. But these are the kind of things that you cannot just let go. You cannot just say, I need to wait till tomorrow. No, I put off going to sleep, y'all, so I can be on here with you guys tonight because it is breaking in the middle of all the hullabaloo. Now, I'm going to do a show tomorrow probably on the press conference that Elon Musk did. But tonight, you need to know something really, really big went down today. And I don't know how much of it I believe will actually come to fruition or not. But I'm going to show you the entire press conference tonight of that was sort of put on the back burner. And not many people talked about it. You may have seen this so far, but y'all, if this really happens the way they're saying it's going to happen, I pray for all these people involved, because all these things that you're going to hear tonight from this press conference are the things that has got a lot of people unalived. So tonight we're going to cover the promise and the pledge by Representative Paulina Luna, that is going to chair a brand new task force called the Task Force of the Declassification of Federal Secrets. When you hear all the things that she says on their agenda to reveal and declassify all the information that they have, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. Let's go. All right, so right off the bat, let's just go into this. Let me just do a news article here, and then I will take you to the press conference. And we're going to watch the whole press conference. It's about 15 minutes, and we're going to react to the things that she says. But just to give you an update on what happened today, I don't know how many of you knew this. If you did not know this, let me know in the live chat if you had no idea this happened, because I don't think many people covered this. But a new congressional task force is being formed that will focus on the declassification of government secrets was announced today on Capitol Hill. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, Republican from Kentucky, established the task force, which is called the Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets. Its mission is to examine the declassification of materials in the public interest. So let's do this. Let's just go right to the press conference. Now, it was in color. I did this because, as you know, it's beginning to be harder and harder for you to play videos and react to them. So I got to filter over it. So y'all bear with me that maybe this will work. You'll still be able to hear it and see it. But this was the full press conference today that many of you probably did not know any of this happened. I'm seeing in the live chat here that many of you did not know and had no idea. So let us go there and let's listen to what was said today. I believe most people are like me, would have never dreamed they would ever hear the words that you're about to hear.
Thank you all for being here. Today is a great day for transparency in America, because today I'm proud to announce the creation of the Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets. This task force will be a part of the House Oversight Committee and led by the very talented and persistent Congresswoman from Florida, Paulina Luna. During her time on the Oversight Committee, Representative Luna is a sledgehammer against government secrecy. She is committed to throwing open the windows for the American people to allow the sunlight of truth shine on the federal government. I can think of no better person in Congress to lead this task force than Representative Luna. Last month, President Trump signed an executive order to begin the process to declassify information on the assassinations of JFK, RFK, and MLK. This task force serves to build on President Trump's actions. For far too long, the American people have had reasonable questions of what their government, which they fund every day, keeps hidden about certain issues. And for far too long, the federal government has not answered these questions. This creates distrust in our institutions. That ends today. The voters of this nation delivered a historic mandate to President Trump on November 5th. The keystone of that mandate was demanding increased transparency of their government and elected leaders. And the mandate of this task force is to acquire that transparency. We will open this up for questions from the media, but first I'd like to hand it over to my esteemed colleague and chairman of the new task force, Congresswoman Luna, for her remarks.
Thank you, Chairman Comer.
Now, before we release and hear everything that Congressman Paulina Luna is going to say as the chairwoman of this task force to release government secrets, remember that she has also been heavily involved in the UFO disclosure. And she will also tell you some of the ones that are going to be on this committee. And the ones that are going to be on this committee are also the ones that are a part of this UFO disclosure that have been interviewing David Grush and all the others. Luna has been involved in that. And you're going to hear all the things, and we'll sort of stop it a couple of times. We're going to let it play. But when we get to a certain point, I want to stop it, and I want us to all comment on it because we're in here together as a family. But ladies and gentlemen, she's about to tell you, she is about to say words, and she's about to say names. She's about to say things that just not too long ago, I mean, since we started this channel, that if I were to say those names, I could be flagged and or have my video removed. That is how much the world has changed. Let's go.
When our founding fathers stood against tyranny, they did not merely oppose taxes. They defended the sacred idea of individual sovereignty. They declared that no government, agency, or title could infringe upon the freedoms of speech, religion, thought, and the pursuit of truth. For too long, the American spirit has been dimmed by a veil of secrecy, by a government that has grown too comfortable in the shadows, denying us the transparency we deserve. But today, we stand at the dawn of a new era where the light of truth begins to shine through. A few weeks ago, President Donald Trump made a historic announcement. With the stroke of a pen, he committed to declassifying the files concerning the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a decision not just monumental, but pivotal. It is with profound honor that I have been entrusted by Speaker Mike Johnson and Chairman James Comer to lead the House Oversight Task Force on Declassification of Federal Secrets. Together with the help of the White House, our intelligence allies, the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice, we will be conducting investigations into the following: the assassinations of JFK, RFK, and Dr. Martin Luther King, unidentified aerial phenomena, also known as UAPs, unidentified submerged objects, also known as USOs, the Epstein client list, the origins of COVID-19, and the 9/11 files. This task force will be a beacon of bipartisanship. On the Republican side, Representatives Burchett, Boebert, Burleson, Crane, Gill, and Mace will be joining me, although I'd like to note that I'm expanding this to the entire governing body and will be allowing certain members to waive on. Our first hearing is set for March. The date will be announced soon, and we've already initiated close to a dozen communications with various agencies, to include Pam Bondi at the Department of Justice and the Secretary of State. This will no longer be a task force that makes bold promises only to fade into irrelevance or send strongly worded letters. This will be a relentless pursuit of truth and transparency, and we will not stop until the American people have the answers they deserve. We will cut through the bureaucracy, challenge the stonewalling, and ensure that the American people finally get the truth that they have been denied for too long. If we are to endure and thrive as a nation, we must restore trust through transparency. The American people must be trusted to think for themselves, to form their own judgments from the truth that they are entitled to know. We've been treated like children for too long and kept in the dark by those we elected to serve us. It is my solemn duty to begin mending this trust, to form a new relationship between the government and the governed. Let us embark on this journey together towards a government that does not serve, but one that enlightens. That does not just serve, but one that enlightens. Trust through transparency, that begins now. Without further ado, we'd like to open it up for questions, as I'm sure many of you have those. Hands up.
Now, I want to tell you, I've already watched this, so it's almost impossible to hear the questions. So there's going to be a pause there in the questions. But y'all, she has breaking news that she's about to release regarding JFK's assassination. Breaking news that you have never heard a government official say. So don't go anywhere. You're going to hear it come out of her mouth, something that's never been said.
Obviously, your goals are aligned with the administration's on the declassification of Martin Luther King and the Kennedys. How would you handle if you end up, whether it's President Trump or Attorney General Bondi or DNI Gabbard, if they disagree with, what you're looking to declassify on a certain topic, whether it's UAPs or 9/11 or something like that, how would you handle if there's, some stuff that they don't necessarily want to declassify?
Well, certainly, I think that they'd be supportive, being that they're advocating for this. But also, I want to remind the American people that this is bipartisan. There's also Democrats that are looking into answering these very questions. But certainly, we would share that information with the American people. This is about transparency. And I think, again, as I stated for far too long, there's been a massive push to keep the American people in the dark, and that ends today.
Do you have subpoena power?
Chairman?
The task force does not have subpoena power. I do. The task force is going to be subsidiary of the full Oversight Committee. So if we have to issue one, Congresswoman Luna, we'll discuss it and we'll take appropriate action.
But in full transparency, we have a great working relationship, as I stated earlier, with the White House, with the DOJ, with the Secretary of Defense, and the Secretary of State. The incoming FBI director, I think, will be very supportive, and we've also been told that the CIA director is very supportive. To put it in perspective, I think that this issue transcends not just one administration, but multiple administrations, and it hasn't been until now that we've been able to get people actually in positions of power that will push for transparency. Now, if I find that different entities in the various intelligence agencies are stonewalling us, I'm going to make that known to the American people. But as of right now, we are cautiously optimistic.
What's your priority list? Because Epstein, 9/11.
Our first investigation will be announced, but it's going to be covering on a thorough investigation into the John F. Kennedy assassination. And I can tell you, based on what I've been seeing so far, the initial hearing that was actually held here in Congress was actually faulty in the single bullet theory. I believe that there were two shooters, and we should be finding more information as we are able to gain access into the SCIF, hopefully. In Congress was actually faulty in the single bullet theory. I believe that there were two shooters, and we should be finding more information as we are able to gain access into the SCIF, hopefully before the files are actually released to the public.
Thank you for doing this. Have you identified the Democrats who will sit on the task force, and could you talk a little bit more about the role of Democrats in?
Can we just pause here for just a moment and digest the fact that a representative of Congress in Washington, D.C. just openly said in a press conference, the very first thing we're going to investigate is John F. Kennedy and his unaliving. And I want to state right now, from what I have seen and what I've heard emphatically, the hearing that happened here in Washington, D.C., and she's talking about way back right after it happened, was faulty in the single bullet theory. I believe the evidence proves there were two shooters. You have never heard anybody say that. Y'all, we're living in crazy times.
Yeah, so again, this is a bipartisan commission. Remember, JFK was a Democrat, RFK was a Democrat, and I'm sure that I think the entire conference has a question on what actually happened with Dr. Martin Luther King, but also UAPs. You guys know that that was the biggest bipartisan bicameral hearing that we've ever had, I think, in congressional history. I do not know who their members are yet. They've noticed it, but they're taking this very seriously. This is not a conspiracy theory investigating committee. We're actually looking to present truth to the American people. And it's in my opinion that no one person elected to office is more important or more qualified to look at the information that they've been hiding from us. And so we look to push for that transparency.
What sort of witnesses will you expect to have at your hearings? I know you said the first one's in March. Would that be department heads, former employees of various agencies?
Would you like to jump in? Yeah, I was going to say, based on what we're actually looking to do with the JFK investigation, I'm looking to actually bring in some of the attending physicians at the initial assassination, and then also people that had been on the various commissions looking into, like the Warren Commission looking into the initial assassinations. There's been conflicting evidence, and I think that even the FBI at the time reported some anomalies in the initial autopsy at Bethesda, Maryland. All of those, though, seem to have been rinsed and repeated in the media to push a certain narrative that we don't agree with. And so I think that in order to put to bed some of the theories that have been out there on John F. Kennedy, we have to know the full truth. And the full truth starts with transparency. And that's why these files are so important for the American people to read for themselves.
What is happening?
The biggest information problems that we've had with UAPs is the amount of stonewalling, stovepiping, and also it seems that there is this push to gaslight the American people into looking at the evidence and then not fully believing it. I think for us, if we're writing the budget, for example, into the Pentagon, if we're writing the budget overall for whatever programs might be out there, why is it that members of Congress who are given a top secret security clearance are being denied access? That's not a free and true government. And so for us, especially being that we have now a Secretary of State who's actually open to declassification and Marco Rubio, we're hoping to present that information and at least acknowledge it from a government perspective that we are not alone, but also let's see what the evidence is.
Okay, can we pause again? Can we pause again? We've already heard this woman say the evidence shows there was at least 2 shooters. Now you just heard her say it's time that the government tells the people what we know, that we are not alone. We are not alone. That's what she just said. Is y'all's minds blowing like mine?
Have you already been in contact with or started to send requests to these different agencies and federal departments for this information?
Yes. In fact, letters went out this morning, not just on RFK, JFK, and MLK, but on everything that I had listed above to include UAPs, Epstein, and 9/11 and COVID, to the State Department, Department of Defense, CIA, and then also we'll be sending some to the FBI, and letters have also gone out to the NSA.
How is this going to be different than the House Select Committee on Assassinations, which did investigate both the John F. Kennedy assassination and the King assassination?
Well, what's interesting on that specific committee is what, to my understanding, when they actually brought in expert witnesses, they weren't actually people that were in attendance to the initial autopsy at Bethesda. But also, this is a bigger committee than just the JFK assassinations. We're also expanding into Epstein, COVID origins, 9/11s, and then UAPs and USOs. And so before, where we initially had some of these hearings, this is going to be an encompassing committee that's going to work directly with the White House on information that they're declassifying.
Just be quick,
Yeah.
There's the Warren Committee, but also the Select.
Correct. Correct. There's actually 3 different government investigations into the JFK assassination. But again, this committee is expanding not just there, but outwards into other fields. And again, we're working directly with the White House. In previous investigations, they didn't have access to the information that we are going to have access to. And so that's a big deal, especially if you're looking at what truly happened with JFK.
Are you going to get a top secret clearance?
I already have a top secret clearance.
Ooh, boom.
All members of Congress have a TSCI. The question is do we get SAP access, of which Chairman Comer's been very supportive, and we'll be getting SAP access as well.
Wow.
Okay, 2 more, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Obviously, some of the questions on some of these topics, whether it's Jeffrey Epstein or COVID-19, the questions are obvious. What specifically, though, are the questions you're looking to get answered with regards to September 11th?
We just want the truth. How much did the CIA know in advance? But also remember, when you have only certain information that's shared with the American people, that's when conspiracy theories happen. And it's in my opinion that conspiracy theories can be detrimental. It doesn't mean that in the last couple of months we haven't been right on a few things. But what I will say is I think that we deserve to give this information to the American people. I don't agree with the stonewalling that's occurred. And also, how do we prevent things like it from happening in the future? And we have to know the full picture, and the American people deserve to know that as well.
Can we expect any collaboration with the Department of Government Efficiency?
I don't know what information DOJ would have, but I would encourage them if they have anything on JFK, Epstein, or anything in between, that they bring it to our office immediately. Okay, 1 more, and then we'll wrap it up.
This is for Sheriff Comer, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Your oversight of sanctuary cities. Senior City Mayor Eric Adams stand apart from the other Democrats in that he's cultivating a relationship with President Trump and has been critical of sanctuary laws. And what do you hope to uncover with this hearing?
Well, we have a lot of questions. Some of the people in the mayor's administration have been vocal that they weren't going to comply with federal law, that they were going to continue to act as sanctuary cities. We want to know about coordination and communication they had between the previous administration. How did so many of these illegals get there? Who was paying for it? Who were they communicating with to be able to provide housing and so many other benefits to such a large population of people? Just the basic questions we all have. Who was paying for it? Who was leading the efforts to transport the illegals from wherever their entry point was in the United States to these sanctuary cities? And are the mayors going to comply with federal law now? Are they going to work with Tom Homan and the national security groups in the Trump administration to try to deport the criminal illegals and stop being a sanctuary city?
You feel less worried about Eric Adams himself considering his signals?
Worried about what?
Do we feel less worried about Eric Adams?
Eric Adams? I mean, he was one of the factors.
Create a separate avenue for the. Can you ask about your relationship with whistleblowers? Is it going to be the normal process that Oversight typically does, or are you going to create a separate avenue for the task force?
I mean, we're all about the normal process, but look, if you have information and it's credible, we've always approached it in that I'd like to be the person that does the interviews for it, mainly because, especially with stuff like this, we want to make sure that there's, not bad actors that are pushing false information to create a narrative that's simply not there. And so, every whistleblower that does come forward, as of right now, there's people that have been publicly out there, for example, on the JFK stuff, that were actually present in the room at the operating room where he was actually brought to right after the shooting. So we hope to bring those people in to testify. And again, these hearings will be open to the public. I'm also expanding this to the entire conference. So if someone's going to take this seriously and look at it through an investigative lens and get answers for the American people, they are welcome to ask questions of the witnesses, and you guys will all receive notice of that.
And we'll work with anyone who currently works for the federal government that wants to declare whistleblower status and receive whistleblower protection.
Wow.
If that's what they're interested in doing. And I don't think they're going to face the type of retaliation that the previous administration gave whistleblowers, particularly the IRS whistleblowers that blew the whistle on the cover-up of the Biden family.
And I'd also like to close with this. If you are an independent investigator, we are being told that the FBI has now located thousands of pages of documents that they lost before, specifically relating to JFK. We are going to get through as much as we can. We have a great team of attorneys. We have a great team of investigators looking into this, but it doesn't mean that we won't accept help from the public. And so we will be setting up a place for collection for people to present information. But again, this is about transparency. The government works for us. There have been people, I think, in power for too long that try to silo us and keep us in the dark, but that stops today. You're seeing that same message come out of the White House, out of the CIA, the FBI, and every other agency in between. So we are very happy to have the support of all of those individuals, happy to have the support of Chairman Comer and Speaker Johnson. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Oversight comms, and we'd be happy to answer those at that time.
What in the world did we just watch? Okay, I've got to spend some time in here looking at the live chat. Okay, I'm going to go back and read all the ones you have. Right now, I'm just going to look at the one I can see you now. But dude, we can't even process what we just heard. We heard this person, Paulina Luna, who's going to chair a committee called the Committee to Expose Government Secrets. She said, I've already seen enough evidence. I don't believe there was only one shooter with JFK, that the hearings that we've had, and there's been 3, have been fraudulent. I believe the evidence will show at least 2 shooters. She has now come out also and said that we've been lied to about aliens, and we know we've been telling you that alien disclosure is coming. You literally just had this woman say, it's time that the people know that the government has been keeping from them, that we are not alone, was the words that she said. Not to mention, she mentioned, we need to know what the CIA knew before 9/11. What? And I am working to find out the details of and I think I can say his name without getting flagged. I don't know. I'll probably get flagged 10 times tonight. The Epstein list. Who went to the island, not just a flight log. Dude, she talked about, we're going to tell you 100% the origins of the COVID. JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King, 9/11, COVID, Epstein, grassy nose shooter, aliens, UFOs. Did I miss anything? She says that that's starting next month, March. These are going to be public hearings on C-SPAN. Y'all, let me just tell you something. Y'all know how I feel about all these things. We talk about them all the time here. But I've told you, and I'm not the only one saying it, disclosure is coming. Why? They got to set it up. They got to set it up, y'all. Now, you have your own feelings of what you feel about aliens and all this kind of stuff. But y'all, what's happening with Doge, the exposure of the mind-boggling, secretive waste of trillions of dollars that we have been sending away to other countries into stupid, woke agendas. And now, on the day, think about this. This is how crazy the news is. I was getting ready to do a show tonight, and I was going to play clips from the press conference of when Elon Musk was in the Oval Office today. Some of you have seen all of it or some of it. with his son, which is a little strange, cute boy, very cute boy. His name is X. The boy's name is X. And he's just a cute little boy. He stole the show. He was there for the whole press conference. Elon, his son X, and Donald Trump all taking questions about Doge and the things, y'all, that he revealed today. And I'm going to do a show about it tomorrow, so be looking for that. The things that he revealed today that he's already found that the Democrats are fighting you from knowing are infuriating. It's unbelievable. Well, while that's going on, and that's all that's on the mainstream media tonight, lo and behold, and maybe it was planned this way, Paulina Luna walks out there and says, I'm starting a committee to reveal all of these secrets. Y'all, we cannot even comprehend what is about to happen in this nation, in this world, in 2025, let alone 26, in the next 4 years, headed towards 2030. I'm talking about this year. This year will probably be the most consequential, the most crazy, wild, that we will not even be able to remember what happened this year. When we get to New Year's Eve this year, y'all, and we're thinking about going into 26, if we won't even be able to make a list of major things that happen. There's going to be so much stuff that's happening. And guess what? It's all the distraction. Now, I saw somebody comment on this earlier, but just stay with me. I want to show you something. What the world needs now is a little Jesus. No, we need a big Jesus. But I just thought how cute. Everybody needs a little Jesus. There he is. Better get you out right with God. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Was that crazy or what? Y'all, I'm looking at the comment section here, and y'all are amazing. So let's look at it. Buckle up. Let's fire some of them over here, and let's see what y'all say. Buckle up. They are finally going to admit all the things that we already knew. Yeah, the only thing that was missing, you're right, was Bigfoot and Loch Ness. Are you exactly right? Great point, Timothy. I mean, she literally went down the list. Would that not have been wild? So what's going to be wild is if when they're talking about all this, somebody says, well, yeah, okay, you talking about all this other stuff. Is Bigfoot real too? Good Lord have mercy. Oh, look at there. Look at there. What a great point. And Sandy, I don't know if you're talking about my shows I did on 40. I told y'all 41, day 41 was going to be consequential. I told you day 41, something's going to shift. And lo and behold, yes, Sandy, you had to bring it back up in a good way. Thank you to remind me of my own revelation and teaching that I did yesterday. Day 41 was yesterday. Day 41 was yesterday, right? Is that right? Yeah. Day 40 was Sunday. Day 41 was yesterday. Today's 42. So 41, big stuff happened yesterday. So we're in the move of 41. Okay. So come on. Am I right on that? Today's 42, right? Let's see. Let's see. Warrior Remnant. I don't trust any of this. Klaus Schwab recently said on his own words that we must restore trust. It's a deception. I agree. Look, I'm very, very skeptical of all of this. Tabby, one of our great mods, says, OMG, no kidding. I told the reception at my dermatologist the other day, hey, I like this little Jesus. She didn't even know it was there. Someone left it mysteriously. Everybody needs a little Jesus. Everybody needs a little Jesus. I got a lot of Jesus in me. Today's 42. That's right. For real, the truth is coming out. God, Bible, coffee. Amen. Man, what a great screen name. God, Bible, coffee. Amen. Look at there. ETH is in the house, y'all. End time headlines. Ricky, what is going on? Ricky, end time headlines, please help me. Are we really going to know the truth, Ricky? I wonder if Mad Max will be protesting. Yep, she'll probably be out there. No, don't release the list. Don't release the list. Don't talk about the aliens. Oh, yeah, Christian Truth Ministries, come on, saying, I'm mind blown, brother. Come on, me too. Yeah, I was on Radio Face is in the house, y'all. Radio Face is awesome, y'all. If you need some good work, voiceover work, he can do it for you. Man, what a great live chat tonight. I agree. I mean, this just sums it up. Sherry just says, wow. Absolutely. I would agree. Let's see. Let's get some of these other ones here. Look here. Big Loner said, Anna Paulina Luna, mic drop. Oh, let's not forget, this was probably the biggest thing that happened all week, all day long. No more paper straws, baby, in the White House. Going back to plastic. Yeah. Look at Daniel. Daniel says not even been a month or more, and that's been done in decades worth. You're exactly right. Preacher Joe is in the house tonight. Come on, y'all. Man, I love this live chat. We got a great family. Yeah, and Tabby, you're right. Eli, his son, was adorable. He was adorable. If y'all saw his son, I mean, his name is X. I mean, hey, he's got an entire platform named after him now. Christian Truth Ministry says, so what you're saying is we could see a huge tax break. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Okay, Bradley, look at what Bradley's saying. They got all focused on the rear view mirrors. Better look at what's really coming. Woo! Got the popcorn out. Dr. DeBible Blackburn? Okay. I like that. Yeah, Beauty from Ashes, this is going to be historic, and we are definitely going to need the popcorn ready. You got that right. Yeah, we need Cash Patel. Alma, you so right. We need Cash Patel. Let's see. Uh-oh, look out. Diddy's in the house. Oh, not Diddy's in the house. Okay, the name Diddy. All right, so look. I agree. Nancy, I agree. All I'm going to say is I agree. I'm going to do a show on this just to tell you my opinion. Look here. We got a response from Ricky. LOL, yes, team plastic straws. Come on, Ricky. Give it to me. Said we better be, and I agree with this. Look at Ricky's on fire. We better be praying for Trump and Elon for sure. I agree, y'all. I agree. Radio Face is saying, imagine how many people in power they're about to be outed may consider unaliving themselves at this moment. Wow, what a statement. And you know what? I would agree. This is crazy. Let's see. Let's continue to go on down here and see what y'all are saying. Because, man, don't y'all love being together? Don't y'all love being together and enjoying and living through this craziness? Holly is saying, I'm so excited to see the evidence when it gets declassified. Y'all, it's going to be better than any movie. Can you imagine if they really do? Now, we're all skeptical. Okay, we all skeptical, right? We all will believe it when we see it. Yeah, Diddy's in the house, but he's not in this house. He's in the big house. Yeah, and what the comment was made earlier about people, doing things maybe to themselves. Maybe when further information comes out, there might be some people that do that. Yeah, praying for the whole Trump administration. Praying for anybody that is going to be involved in this. Oh, yeah, what a great point, X Words of Wisdom. Now we're ready for what the Vatican, what artifacts they are really hiding, and what do they know? What are they going to say when some of this stuff comes out? Because you know that they have already hired, the FBI has hired priests, and the Vatican has even said that we are not alone. And that if they want to, when they are revealed, if they want to be baptized, the Catholic Church said they will baptize them. But then they said something really crazy. They said, the truth be known, we might need to be baptized by them. There were several people in the Catholic Church said that maybe the aliens need to baptize us. Yep, Treva is saying it right there. There's going to be some people trying to leave the country. Yep, ain't no doubt about it. Wow, I didn't know that, Kelly. X is Greek for God. Wow, I didn't know that. Are you serious? Yes, plastic is back. The truth is stranger than fiction. The truth is out there. Yeah, look at here. This is another thing that's happening right now. I wonder what all hell breaks loose means if the hostages are not released by Saturday. I pray that we don't find out. If you didn't know that, Donald Trump said himself, I'm done. I'm tired of this. I saw these hostages come out. They look like they come out of the Holocaust. I want all the hostages out by 12 noon Saturday, Eastern time. And he said that from the White House. Well, you know what Netanyahu said today? He came out today and said, I agree with Donald Trump. We're going to go with what Donald Trump said. If they're not out, Netanyahu said today, If all the hostages are not out by 12 noon, Washington, D.C. time, Saturday, the ceasefire is over. And as far as we're concerned, we're back to finishing the job. So this weekend is going to be very, very, very interesting. Yeah, look at this. I remember once Chuck Missler once saying, "We are not ready for people coming doing real miracles." Wow. James Shrimp Fajitas, love that name. Again, just enough truth as bait to pull people into the alien deception. Nailed it. That is a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one. The days of Noah, Vic Loner. Yep, that's what Jesus said. It'd be as the days of Noah. Look, Uncle Jimmy, you're right, Timothy. This is Uncle Jimmy. He's about to come on the scene, y'all. Let's see. Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. Will we find out? Will that be part of disclosure? Yeah, don't forget about the Lucifer telescope. I mean, all these things, they're just fitting, aren't they? They're just coming together. Let's see. I can't do them all. I'm going to scroll down some of them. Now, I don't know what this is about here. Did you see the pictures of the six-fingered banner in Gaza? I did not. That's Nephilim. Nephilim. What? Man, this is amazing. Amazing. We got the third secret of Fatima. Shaking going on in the government. Trump means business. So Tabby says, she said they have been gaslighting us about the aliens. It's time to reveal. Wow. Just wow. She did. She sure did. She sure did. So y'all continue. If you're watching the replay of this, shoot us a comment and let us know. Hit the like button, smash the like button if you haven't already done that, and let us know that you appreciate the programs. The best thing you can do to help us, share and like. Let's build it. Let me do something real quick. Let me jump over here because I want to do something real quick before we go. I want to look at something really quick. Hang on just a second. So I want to show y'all this. Would y'all help me? Because look, you'll understand. You know my heart. Okay. I want to show you this. This is where we're at right now. This is real-time subscribers, 14,695. I am going to believe God that this week we're going over 15,000 subscribers. Now, why is that important to you? It's not important to me because I'm going to be the same person. I'm the same person now at almost 15 subscribers as I was the first subscriber. And I'll be that at the millionth subscriber. But I feel in my spirit that the 15,000 mark is just going to start, it's going to escalate. I believe this is the year that we're growing. Why? What does that number represent? That number represents, and they're all watching now, and some of them subscribed and they never come back. I get it. But that means 14,695 people decided to click subscribe because something was said on this channel that impacted them enough to say, okay, I'm going to buy in. So that means at the very least, they can get notifications. At the very least, it's going to be put in their algorithm more than some of the ones that they're not subscribed to. So I believe that in 2025, there's going to be such craziness that we can't even imagine now some of the things that we're going to talk about on this program. So if you don't already subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe. I'd love to see that number go up to 96 while I'm talking right now. But I want you to know that I want you to pray and I want you to get as many people and share this with as many people and say, go, even if you don't watch the channel, go over to the big picture and subscribe. At least prepare yourself, put yourself in our group called the Big Picture Family, so that when things get crazy, if you need a balanced biblical approach, that you can do it and be together. Let me just jump back over here one more time. Let's see. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Sorry to mess it up. Sorry to mess up your sleep, Radio Face. I was just going to bed. Now I'm going to be up for like another hour. My alarm set for 4:45. Yes. It's going to be difficult to sleep tonight. Great show. I love the truth that's coming out. Absolutely, Sherry. Now, Palazzo, I'm coming. I'm not promising I'm coming on every night. Okay. So I'm going to come on nights, a lot of nights, but I'm not coming on every night. I'm not promising that. I'm not saying that I won't. But let's see what Pastor Larry, the last 5,000 you got in less than a quarter time of the first 10,000. That's true. That's true. It's going very fast. Let's see. Let's all chip in. Let's strive for 20 new subscribers. Come on, Tabby. Each week, by week, I just went ahead and put words in your mouth. I said each week, but you said by weeks in. We can do it, family. How about we that love the big picture make it a point to say, I'm going to talk to 10 people every week about the big picture. And we're gonna do it. Bring Sandy. Of course, I'm not enough. I know that, Rachel. I'm a man enough to understand that it is not enough. Maybe that's what's going to get us over 15,000. We need more Sandy. Y'all need more Sandy? I think we need more Sandy. And I've been talking to her about that, and she's open to it. She's a very busy person. She's a nana. She's got a full-time job taking care of me, y'all. And she's taking care of the church, taking care of her grandbabies. And but I think in 2025 we're going to see a lot more of the Queen. So, Father, in the name of Jesus, somebody said, let's seek the Lord together. Father, in the name of Jesus, bless our nation. Lord, we rebuke any kind of spirit of fear. Lord, you said you've given us power, love, and a sound mind. So we just thank you, Lord, even though the craziness is being talked about and craziness we know is coming, we do not fear what is coming. We are excited and honored, Lord, that you chose us to be alive in this moment, to see the big picture. You've called us not to a channel, but to the real big picture, the spirit realm. And all things that were hidden is about to be revealed. In Jesus' name. Can I get an amen? So, love you guys, and we'll talk to you later. I'm going to bed. It's 10:40 Central Time here. Don't know what time it is there. Thank you for joining us on this late night edition. And if you just came in, you got to go back and watch the whole press conference. Comment, let me know what you think about it. God bless you. See you next time on The Big Picture. We always want to remind you that we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake. Here's how you can partner with us and help send me to NRB, the National Religious Broadcasters. I'm going to get a lot of good interviews while I'm out there. And that's just in a couple of weeks.
Would you like to help us build the big picture, family? We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. All you have to do is go to our website at larryragland.com and make a one-time gift, or you can become a monthly partner. Any amount is a blessing and an encouragement to us. While you're there, make sure you get a copy of our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect with us on our social media links, and join our mailing list. We appreciate it. And remember, we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.